What's up, everybody? It's Game Pack Rat with a look at another year's worth of Super Power Supplies catalogs. This time around, we are looking at the catalogs from 1999. Today we have the Spring 99 and the Fall/Winter 1999 catalogs. 1999 was a pretty big year. A lot of us were looking forward to the new millennium. Some people were worried about the Y2K bug, and a little card game called the Pokemon trading card game was just coming out, and we all know how that turned out. It became pretty much one of the biggest card games in history. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in, starting with the Spring 99 catalog. All right, on this one, on the cover, we have a large image of one of the Bowser beanbag plush toys. Looks like a console storage case, a Link action figure, a Pikachu baseball cap, and a plush Peach toy. A Peach plush toy, and the Nintendo Power logo. All right, here we go. First page, we have a Triforce bracelet, which is down here. That looks pretty nice. So it's got a metal section here with a Triforce, and then does that say? Yeah, handcrafted leather band. Nice. Looks like that was $18. And the set of Zelda figures we've seen in a few previous years' catalogs. So of course you have Ganondorf, Link, and Zelda from the Ocarina of Time. The set of 3 was $14, or each figure individually was $5. Moving over here, there's a set of Zelda dog tags, which you could see right there. That was $5. A Triforce hat. I believe this was in a previous catalog as well, but features a Triforce logo on the front and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the back. That was $25. And finally, a new item for this one, a Zelda cell art. Said limited quantities available. And down here, see it features some key art from Ocarina of Time. And that was just $9. All right, moving on. We have even more Zelda gear. First of all, there's a few different t-shirts. It says there's a Ganondorf t-shirt, which we see here, a Triforce t-shirt, and then over on the next page, there's a Link t-shirt and a Zelda youth size t-shirt. Looks like most of those were $20. The youth one was just $16. Next up, there is a Triforce watch. That is pretty cool. And that was $36. There's a Link Message Center. This is a small dry erase board. We've seen a few different variations of this in previous years' catalogs. That was just $5. And up here, we see the text for the Zelda wallet, but the actual image is down here. So you can see it has the Zelda Ocarina of Time logo on the outside and a wallet chain, which was kind of a big thing in the 90s. That was just $22. The gold Game Boy camera, which if you watch one of the previous year's catalogs, I seriously regret not getting one of these. This was basically an exclusive version of the Game Boy camera that features an alternate album B that has images and stamp icons from the Ocarina of Time. So this was only available through this catalog. And it looks like back then it was $50, and they sell for a lot more than that nowadays. And finally, there was a Link pocket watch featuring an image of Link on the face and a Triforce on the little pouch, and that was $30. Moving on, Plush-O-Rama. So here we see a lot of the plush we've seen in the previous year's catalog. So there's the keychain plush, the same 8 we've seen before. Down here, the large talking plush. So the main 4 characters. So we've got Mario, Bowser, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong. But new for this year, they released a Princess Peach plush. So it mentioned she was about 8 inches tall and was available on, looks like May 1st, 1999 for $7. Moving to the next page, we have the multicolored Yoshis, Banjo-Kazooie and Mumbo Jumbo, and the original selection of 8 plush. Oops. Okay, next page. Here we go. A little bit of Pokemon stuff. This is back when Pokemon was new. So we have a youth t-shirt for $16. A set of Nintendo 64 sunglasses. Looks like they have just the Nintendo 64 logo on one of the lenses. I feel like that would have been a little annoying if you're actually wearing them. Just $5. It even says, "Oh, dude, that's cheap." A Mario Party t-shirt, which we see down here, featuring some art from the first Mario Party game on N64. That was just $18. And finally, a Pokemon Youth hat featuring the chubby version of Pikachu on the front and the Pokemon logo on the back. That was $17. Next page, we have a few repeats from previous years. So there is the character pen featuring some artwork of various characters that had N64 games back then. So that was $12. There is an N64 reflective hat. I believe that is new for this catalog. So it features a kind of metallic 3DN logo on the front, and then a link or the URL for the Nintendo website on the back. Looks like that was $25. Next up, there's some Nintendo word magnets. So it's just kind of a generic font, but it's all different words or characters from Nintendo games that I guess you can spell out little custom messages on your fridge if you want to. That was $9. And it looks like it came in a little clear Nintendo 64 branded case. And then finally, there's a Color a Yoshi t-shirt. Down here, it looks like you could actually color this shirt using some crayons. That's kind of fun. I don't know how well that would hold up after a wash, but that was just $10. Okay. Moving on, we have a selection of soundtracks, many of which are repeats from previous catalogs. I believe maybe the Banjo-Kazooie one might have been new for this year. And over here, some usual storage items we've seen in a lot of other catalogs: magazine binders, a backpack traveler case, and a CD holder. Over here, some more accessories. So we have the N64 system house at the bottom here, a Game Boy Color carrying case, some N64 plastic cases, but this was new, I believe. The Power Grip. So it's basically like a glove that would go over your N64 controller. That was just $8. Over here, a few more typical items: the Nintendo Power Magazine binder, an N64 backpack, and a larger Game Boy Color carrying case. And here is a set of Mario Party playing cards featuring a lot of the characters from the first Mario Party game. That was just $7. Just some information about the catalog, an unused order form, and on the back, the usual selection of player's guides. Most of these, I think, were in the previous year's catalogs. The Rogue Squadron one may have been new for this year. But that is it for spring. Let's take a look at the fall-winter 1999 catalog. So this one, we see a large Pokemon, looks like a wristwatch in the background. Some multicolored Yoshi plush that are slightly different designs than we've seen before. the N64 glove I spoke about a moment ago, and some Donkey Kong Country, it looks like, action figures. Let's dive in. Oh, here we go, Pokemon. So there is another look at the watch that was on the cover. Looks like that was $25. There's a Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All sweatshirt. It says it was available in both youth and adult sizes. And the sweatshirt looks like it was $36 for the adult size, $27 for the youth. There's a Pokemon t-shirt featuring the final evolutions of the 3 starters and Pikachu. That was $20. And up here we see the same Pikachu hat we saw in the previous catalog, plus a new one featuring Charizard. And both of those hats were $22 each. And down here is a set of Pokemon hat pins. And it says, yep, they're hat pins. Looks like they came in a little display case. So, of course, we have Pikachu, Meowth, Snorlax, and then just a Pokeball with the logo. And that whole set was just $10. Next up, we have some Pokemon trading card holders. Like I mentioned, this was the year that the trading card game came out in the US, so it was hugely popular, and still is. Now these, I don't believe these were exclusive to the catalog. I definitely have this red one. I'm not sure about the other two. But it looks like they were just $5 each, or you can get a set of all 3 colors for $14, or a set of 3 of each color for $40. Plus there were some of the Pokemon videos. So this, of course, was the anime series on VHS. These definitely were not exclusive to this catalog, but looks like they were $14 each, or you can get the set of 3 for $40. Over here we have the first of many Pokemon-themed Game Boy carrying cases featuring Pikachu, and just a general black one with the Game Boy Color logo. Looks like those were just $9 each, or you can get both for $17. And here is a set of Pokemon Series 1 dog tags. So it looks like... Oh, okay, there's actually 2 different sets. So it says set 1 would be this column on the left, featuring, looks like Blastoise, Beedrill. Would that be Pidgeot or Pidgeotto? I always get them mixed up. I think it's Pidgeot. Charizard and Venusaur. And then set 2 featured Chubby Pikachu, Poliwrath, Meowth, Gengar, and Snorlax. And each set was just $14, or you can get the pair for $27. Next up, Donkey Kong 64. That was a new release in 1999. And here we have a very, very cool custom tie-dye t-shirt featuring a dual-tone green and kind of black color with a big Donkey Kong 64 logo and artwork. That is a very cool shirt. And I guarantee if anyone still has this, this is worth a lot more than $24 nowadays. Plus, there was a Donkey Kong 64 hat. Looks like that was $18. A Donkey Kong 64 pocket watch for $30 with a matching case. Up here, the controller glove we saw in the previous catalog, but there was a new one featuring the Donkey Kong 64 logo, both of which were $8 each. And finally on this page, a Donkey Kong 64 wallet. Pretty basic, just like a nice forest green color with the Donkey Kong 64 logo. You see somebody's Blockbuster video card peeking out there, that's pretty funny. And again, the wallet chain, and that was just $7. Next up, the plush. And let's see. It says these are brand new, but I feel like we've seen these in every catalog. That might be a mistake. But there are some Series 3... Oh, wait, Series 3 collectible characters. Oh, okay. So these are 6-inch versions of the talking plush. So they are slightly different designs. So you can see, like, this is a newly designed Yoshi. Mario in a standing pose, where the original one had him wearing his wing cap in a flying pose. Looks like a standing version of Bowser, and Donkey Kong holding some bananas. So these are the original four for comparison. So those were just $5 each, or get the set of 4 for 20. So not really going to save you any money, but you can get the set. Over here is the set of Donkey Kong action figures we saw on the cover. So it looks like those were $8 each, or you can get the set of 5 for 40. There's also some Donkey Kong plush down here. Donkey Kong characters. Those were $6 each, or the set of 4 for 22. And the Zelda figures we saw in a previous catalog says these are retiring. So those were still $5 each, or they gave you $1 off if you bought all three, $14. And here is the Princess Peach plush we saw in the spring catalog, which apparently already retired that same year. And that was just $7. So a quick clarification on that for anyone who wasn't around for the Beanie Baby craze. The reason they kept them so popular is after a set amount of time, they would retire each design and replace them with a new set. So it basically compelled people to consistently keep buying them before they missed out. So it was a very, very early form of FOMO. Anyway, finally on this page, we have a set of newly designed Yoshis. Again, multicolored, and it looks like they were sold as a set for $25. Moving on, some of the usual storage stuff, but there was a new Nintendo 64 cartridge carrier, or game carrier as they call it here, for $12. The other items are all repeats. Here we have the selection of guides, a couple new ones this time around. Donkey Kong 64, that wasn't the final cover though. Jet Force Gemini, another game from Rare. Pokemon, which covered both, or actually all three, red, blue, and yellow. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Pokemon Snap, and the rest, I believe, are repeats. Over on the soundtrack page, the Donkey Kong 64 soundtrack was a new addition. The rest were all repeats. But we do have a new set of Game Boy Color headphones with a pretty cool looking translucent green cable, as well as a little Game Boy Color logo on the middle. I would imagine there was probably like a volume control on there too. So that was just $14. And finally, a couple more repeats. The Mario Party playing cards, the Nintendo word magnets, and a power binder. Usual information, order form. And finally, on the back cover, we have some pretty understated Nintendo 64 apparel. So we have a charcoal-colored hat, sweatshirt, and then a N64 backpack with ball bags. So you could store like a soccer ball or any kind of, sport ball in there. And it looks like these were $16 for the hat, $30 for the sweatshirt, and $32 for the bag. So there we have it. That is it for $19.99. Some cool stuff for sure. The Pokemon merchandise was definitely starting to take over. I feel like this was kind of a transitionary period for Nintendo where they kind of went all in on Pokemon, and it was pretty hard to find general Nintendo merchandise, so like Mario related stuff. But definitely some cool stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments if you owned any of this stuff back then or you want to track it down now. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. And if you did enjoy looking at the catalogs, I've done videos on every previous year, so be sure to check the links in the description below if you want to look at a previous year's set of catalogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll be back for the next one.